Good morning. This is Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets, driving while talking about markets. So let's just have a look at what really is driving markets and what's going on with the US government. I focus on the US because it is the number one leading economy. You've got problems in the US and you've got problems in China, but the US is trying to do as bad as what China does, which is a major cover-up. So what you've got as far as the US is concerned, you've got the US Treasury, which is telling you a load of fake news. You've got the BLS, which is the Bureau of Labor Statistics, telling you false numbers regarding employment. You've got the Fed lying to you that we're not going into recession and everything is hunky-dory, but they panic and they notify the markets in November that they're going to reduce rates by at least 3 times. Sounds a bit suspicious to me, doesn't it? Why would a central bank notify financial markets well ahead of knowing what's going on with inflation, well ahead of what's going on with the economy, really doesn't have a glass ball, but tells everyone, oh, by the way, we're going to reduce interest rates by at least 3 times. Sounds to me a little bit suspicious. You've got Joe Biden, who doesn't know what the heck's going on, doesn't even know if he's president, and comes out with the most absolute trivial trash. They're also lying to you. And then you've got the media, which is the New York Times and all of the other woke, liberal, left-wing media, pumping up that the economy is robust in the words of the New York Times, and faking it in order to mislead the public in order to vote in Biden again in 2024. The whole thing is one big lie. They are lying to you. There were not 216,000 jobs created on Friday in the non-farm payrolls in the US. There were 50% of them were government non-productive jobs. So the US government is now employing 23 million people. 50% of the jobs created on Friday, government jobs. The other 50% were ancillary, nursing, and some productive jobs. Overall, unemployment is rising in the US and probably going to be rising in the UK and in Europe, even though the UK can trust a little bit more than the US government. They don't lie as much, in my opinion, but the whole thing is leading to a major recession. The stock markets are being pushed up by the market makers. The banks are pushing up the markets to pull you in to invest your money so they then can get a high return for their institutional clients and then push out the retail trader, wipe them out. They're looking to close out on a squeeze the short sellers who have shorted the market on the expectation of markets will fall. I have also stated I expect markets to fall, and again it just goes up and up and up. So when is all this lie going to break, and when we're going to hear the absolute truth once and for all? Well, first of all, you're getting it from here on Driving Markets, the truth. The fact that the markets are going up does not mean I have it wrong. It means there's serious manipulation out there by the mega companies and the mega hedge funds and the banks, obviously globally. In addition to that, what they're trying to do is they're trying to squeeze out middle England, middle America, the middle class, and make them subservient to the governments. Well, it's not going to happen. What's likely to happen is, as real employment drops and real unemployment rises because people can't get the jobs and there's a lack of availability out there, you're going to have the truth come out, and then the economy is going to be recognized as in a recession, and you're going to have obviously a fall in financial markets. Yields, which is the return on bonds in the US, will rise. The US has to issue at least $2 trillion worth of bonds in 2024, hoping that the mug in the street and the banks will buy those bonds. The banks are demanding a higher risk premium, so they want higher return on those bonds, higher interest rate, higher coupon, higher yield, in order to be sure that Uncle Sam, who's got no money, is going to pay back that particular debt. Regional banks are in the most horrendous situation. They have to pay back 128 billion by March 2024. They don't have a penny to their name, and the Fed, the US Treasury, and all of the government officers will come to the rescue, push that red button, and guess what? The printing press will off go again. again, and out come the trillions, sending inflation through the roof. That is the summary of fundamental events. You might not like it, you might want to hear it, you might think it's dramatic, you might think it's negative. That's where we are at. And everyone needs to wake up and smell the coffee. This is Mayor Walensky with Driving Markets. You can share, subscribe, comment. Have a great day. Stay short of the market. It is going to go down, obviously, in my opinion, so you won't sue me if it doesn't. Catch you later.